Okay, so we're going to have a little look at Maths GL paper, and it's the fourth paper we're going to look at. We're going to look at questions 7 and 8 first of all. We've come across this strategy a few times in our work, in our word problems, okay? And we've said about, instead of saying 15 times 99p, we'll just round that up to become £1. So then that's where we've got this £15 from. And because we've rounded up to £1, then we've got an extra penny for each time we've rounded up. So we have 15 extra 1p, so we've got to take those away. So that's why the answer is B. Same strategy for question 8. Our car uses 8.9 litres of petrol per hour, but we know that if we just round up, we can have 9 and litres, and 9 times 6 is far easier to work out in our head because that gives us 54. So each time we've added on 0.1 of a litre, okay? So we're going to have to multiply that 0.1 by 6, which gives us 0.6. Take that away and the answer will be given us E, 53.4. 12, okay? I've tried to mark this on so you can see it a bit clearer there. Each of those sections, okay, there's going to be 12 sections, okay, that add up to give us our full clock. We know there's 12, 360 degrees is a full turn, so we divide it by 12 gives us 30. We've talked about this a few times before. You need to know that off by heart. We know that it's got to move 210 degrees, okay. 210 divided by 30, well 21 divided by 30 gives us 7. So we're going to move 7 places, okay. We're going to move around 7 turns. We're turning clockwise, so that would end on 20, okay. So 20 minutes. This question, okay, it's come up a few times. We want to have 15 coins in the money box. What we're going to do is we're going to add all these coins. A quick way of doing it is add those coins together and then multiply it by 2. So that's £3, and if you add those two values together, that'll give you 85p. 385 times by 2 will give you 7.70. Now that's only for 12 coins. So for 12 coins, we have 7.70. Now, we want to have 15 coins, okay? So that means that therefore we have 3 extra coins and we want to have the greatest value. So we're going to choose the 2-point coins. So we're going to add 3 2-point coins. 3 times 2 is going to give us £6. So £6 plus the 7.70 is going to give us 13.70. Okay? That's how we'd work that question out. Next question is 18. You need to have good knowledge of the properties of cuboids of all 3D shapes. If you didn't know that it had 12 edges, you would have been able to work it out anyway. You're going to say, right, 8 times 4 is 32. Then this shortest length, we're going to say 4, those 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 4 is 16. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 times 4 is 20. Add them all together. This gives you 68. This is useless information. We don't need this to help us, okay? And sometimes they throw in useless information to try and trick us. All we need to know is what is the area of the face, so the smallest area. We know that this is the smallest face. It can't be this face, and it can't be the top face, okay? So, therefore, 4 times 5 gives us 20. 21, okay? What they were trying to find out is which value is going to go into this intersect, okay? So we have factors of 24, multiples of 4, and square numbers. So it's got to be all 3. If we look through these amounts, we can see that they are all factors of 24. But multiples of 4, 2 and 1 are not multiples of 4, so we're just looking at 3 values. And we know that the only square number out of these 3 is 4. So that's the only number that could go in the middle. So D's the answer there. And for 24, okay, 3 steps. I would convert this to 24-hour time so that I can see easily and compare. Then I would look at the next closest time. We know we've gone past this time, so it's 16:56. And then just count on and it's 18 minutes. Here you need to know that all the angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. You need to know with an isosceles that the 2 base angles are always going to be the same. 180 minus 140 gives you 40. You divide that by 2 because they are equal, so it would be 20 degrees for each. here in question 26 and in question 27, you need to realise that we were increasing by 4 or we were multiplying by 4 each time. So therefore, you could have, if you're adding on, well, 4 more was 16, another 4 more would give you 20, or 5 times 4 is 20, okay? And here you should have recognised that these are square numbers. You should instantly recognise that pattern. And you know that the fifth, we're looking for pattern 6, okay? So the 6th square number would be 36, because 6 times 6 is 36. Very, very, very simple. We should definitely have picked up points there. 28, okay, again, some useless information. We didn't need to know what time he got up at, because we just need to know how long it took him. So I've just shown you this, but you don't need to be doing this, okay? You should be able to do this in your head by going, right, 25 plus 15 minutes, that is going to give me 40 minutes, plus an extra 20 gives me 60 minutes. That's very straightforward for that question. We've seen this question before. We know instantly that it cannot be question 1, it cannot be question 2, and it can't be number 5, okay? Because the triangular faces are on the same side and they've got to be on opposing sizes, so therefore it's 3 and 4. Really straightforward. Angles in a triangle, okay, in a quadrilateral. So here we've got our trapezium. The angles are all going to add up to 360 degrees. Normally for a regular we'd have 2 obtuse and 2 acute, but that's not this. They might have drawn one that looks regular to us, but that's not to say it is, okay? They sometimes draw a picture and it's not always going to be right, okay? So don't always be tricked by that. Just look at the values that you've been given. So if you add 87, 133 and 82 together, that'll give you 302, and you've just got to take that away from 60. So 60 take away 2 is 58. In 38, okay, so it tells us that there are 5 statements, okay, and which of them is false, okay, so 4 of them are true, and it's asking you about a complete turn. A complete turn is 360 degrees. You need to learn that the whole way around, okay. A 5th then, it asks us of a complete turn is an acute angle, so 360, all you're doing there is dividing that by 5, which gives you 72. Is that an acute angle? It is, because it's less than 90 degrees. The next one then is 2/5. Okay, so we've already worked out that 1/5 is 72, so 72 times 2 gives us 144, and it's an obtuse angle. Yes, that is an obtuse angle between 90 and 180. And then C, 3/5 of a complete turn is 3 right angles, is more than 3 right angles. Well, we already worked out, okay, that we've got 1/5 is 72, 2/5 is 144. We've just got to add on another 72 there, or whatever way you would like to work that out. You could have said 72 times 3, and that would give you then your 200 and, sorry, I'll explain my working out there for you. 70 times by 3 is 210, and then 2 times 3 is our 6, okay? So that would give you 216. Is that going to be more than 3 right angles? 3 right angles is 90 times by 3, which is 270. So nope, that's not right. And I'll just check my last 2 statements. A quarter turn is 90 degrees, yes, and a full turn is 360, yes. So that's why the answer has to be C. Okay, so hopefully that has helped you answer some questions in that paper.